On my screen is a young man, a profitable forex trader on the X platform, which happens to be Twitter previously. I'm going to project his Twitter profile on the screen, but his name is FS Lion on Twitter. And basically, yesterday, which happens to be Thursday, he posted something on Twitter, which I think the story is personal story that he tweeted can be of help to us. And if probably you can spare 2 minutes to 5 minutes of your time, let's read what he tweeted on X yesterday. Let's read it together. And I can assure you that at the end of reading his story, you will definitely find 1 or 2 lessons from his story. So without wasting much of your time, I need you to go with me as I'm going to project what he tweeted on X yesterday, and I will read and I will want you to listen as I am reading till the concluding part. So let's go. So welcome, this is the tweet he made yesterday, and as you can see, it's from his account. I am reading from FS Lion. So I am going to start by reading. He said, I have blown my entire account severally. There was this account I will never forget that I built the account from $137,000 to $1,700,000. This was in 2018. I opened a large SAAU USD, which happens to be good, and I was watching Bloomberg. Bloomberg is a platform for noise, a fundamental noise. So I continue. For any sudden noise, I was using 200 lot size in multiple positions. So he was actually trading gold using 200 lot size. So let's continue. I went to the bathroom 5 minutes to the release of the noise. So I was hoping to come and see all the blues, and 1 minute to the noise, there was a spike against me. So it was actually trading gold with 200 lot size. And he went to the bathroom just like he has narrated here. So with the mindset that when he come back from the bathroom, probably would have become a billionaire in dollars. But unfortunately for him, when he was out from the bathroom, the game has already changed against him. So let's continue. I was making a loss that covered over 50% of my account. I was perplexed and so shocked I could only watch as my entire account was blown and my position was closed by the broker. This actually means that the reason why the broker sometimes they close your trade is just for you to still be able to be in the trade. So they will rather close the highest position that is running in loss and keep the little one for you. So let's continue. The broker closed his trade, let's say part of his trade. Meanwhile, before then, there was this top boss with Saddest. Saddest happens to be a trading broker. He was begging me to withdraw, but I was saying no. I was saying no, that I will withdraw when the amount reach $10 million. But after the loss, I begin to regret and say, had I known, I should have withdrawn as he advised. Yoruba people do say, àbámọ̀ kì í gbẹ̀yìn ọ̀rọ̀, àbámọ̀ kì í ṣáájú ọ̀rọ̀. Instead, ó máa ń gbẹ̀yìn ọ̀rọ̀ ni. So this is actually what happened to our handsome FX Lion. So he was actually regretting that had he been in no, he would have closed the position in little profit as advised. So let's move on. Around 30 minutes later, the headlines came on Bloomberg that President Trump had announced new tariffs on China on Twitter. I did not have a Twitter account at the time, and I had no idea that this happened until 30 minutes later on the news headline. My body was shaking and I wanted to recover the money, so I funded another $200,000, and that was all that I have as my fallback capital, and wanted to trade NFP, which I always use to recover most of my losses. NFP and FOMC are mostly my favorite noise as I do cash out with my strategy, because it mostly chooses a direction after 3 to 5 minutes of the noise release. It always moves 72 pips facing the direction, then it will do same 72 pips opposite direction, and in a situation where it faces one direction, it mostly will give 150 pips in one direction, either bullish or bearish. So at this point, what FX Lion did was he wants to do a kind of revenge trading. So he already lost money. Instead of him to be calm, he funded $200,000 again with the mindset of chasing the market to make back his loss. So let's continue. Then I was using wave analysis, that is Elliott wave. The market was in wave 3 and is always the longest, so I targeted at least $400,000, all things be equal, because now my papa gets the markets now. But Friday being NFP, Friday the market was packed with traders and extremely volatile. The noise data came out and the market went completely against the noise announcement. This time I was trading a much smaller position of 50 lot size into 4 places, because my account was smaller. It was a little above $200,000, and so I wanted to see how far the market will go for gold. In few minutes, the negative of $100,000 just changed to profit. I was shouting in the room with my guys in Lagos. Then at last I was in $87,000 profit, and I was confident that wave 3 of the Elliott wave just found its roots, so it's going to be a long buy. So I told my guys this market will give me 500k dollars. I was shouting and feeling proud, and the profit was reducing until it came to $30,000 profit. But because of pride and plus the fact that I already make mouth to my guys, it didn't cross my mind to close the trade and rest or take the opposite direction. Guys, that is how I wash my margin call until the broker, which happens to be Saddest, closed my position. So at this point, what FS Lion is saying is, after he had funded his account with $200,000 just to chase the market and probably get back the money he had lost earlier. So there was this noise which he was expecting that is going to push the market to the positive aspect of it, and fortunately for him, he has been running in profit and expecting a sum of 500k dollars from the market. So price started retracing back, retracing to $30. It failed to just accept the little profit and move on. He was still holding to his trade, thinking that price will give him what he's expecting. But unfortunately, what he got is a margin call from his broker, which happens to be Saddest. So let's continue. It was a devastating moment, and I had all back within a week. Having learned quite a bit about the trading psychology at certain periods, needless to say, I don't trade on certain days and certain time. What I want you to learn from this. So this is the part which interests me so much. So this part is a part whereby you have to learn from his mistake or from his story. And these are the lessons he wants us to learn, which I am also trying to share out. So the first lesson is, don't overtrust your strategy, thinking market must obey it. There are some noise that will not only break out of your strategy, but also broke out of your laptop. So this is to say that regardless of how sweet your strategy is, don't be 100% sure. Like there's a rampant word in forex trading that say, this game is a game of probability, not certainty. So you have to treat it that everything we are doing here, irrespective of how juicy your strategy is or how profitable your strategy is, don't believe in it 100%. So let's move to the second lesson. Don't be carried away when trading live with friends. Please close your trade as it is going against you after much profit. So what FS Lion is just trying to say is, if you notice that your trade entry is basically going against you, try as much as possible to cut your losses or cut your profit short. So don't be too eager or don't expect too much from the market, because if you do, you may end up burning yourself. So the third lesson here is, don't over leverage during the noise, no matter how sure you are about the direction, because market can hit you down and go 1,000 pips to your direction. So meaning is advising us that we should always put risk management into check whenever we are trading, that we should not over leverage our account. Try to consider using risk management, and that is all we can learn from his story. And see you in the next one. Peace out, guys.